So you just find your distance now. The ball is cold. So you're going to wrap it there under the crossbar. Above that, as hard as you're able. Right? Catch, strike, catch, strike, catch, strike until you're reading the ball. Is that okay? You're on your own now, there'll nobody be around you, so reading the ball. Go on. Come on, hammer it. Come on, hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it, you gotta hit it. So coaches, come to me now. Coaches, come to me. So there they are, all super cool. Right?
Yeah.
So they're conscious of each other and they're standing square. And that ball will never beat them. Right? Because there's nothing going into it. Until they come around there. They'll get a shock when they come around there and the ball will fly past their ear, frighten the living life out of them. That's when they'll wake up. But I have to let them warm up now. Okay, boys. Boyd has gone to the thing. Has he gone home? Okay. Line up there now. You're running down close by the wall. See that line? You'll be striking close to that. You're here in the centre. Right, just between the two poles, and you run the outside there. There's one by coming. I love the slow walk. Now, so you'll run. When you're about that light there, about that, you'll strike a good ball just over the crossbar, catch and trot back. Ready? Trot back now, trot back. Be organised and ready to go. Okay, you're just above the crossbar, striking the ball, and you're catching the return off the wall. Is that okay? You understand over the bar, do you?
Huh?
Do you understand over the bar?
Yeah, I do.
But?
What?
But what, yeah? That's the question I was going to ask you. The ball isn't going over the bar, and you're telling me you do understand.
Yeah, I do.
So how will I help you?
Can't, I suppose.
I can, yeah. I'm a coach. There's no problem I can't solve, okay? So now you're trying to run, strike a really good ball, and catch the rebound. Alright, you're getting close to it now, and another inch to go. Trot along. Are you ready to go? Here you are. What have you? The baby? Listen, we don't do baby talk here. We don't do baby talk. Now, so you'll be on that upright. See where the upright is?
Yeah.
You'll be striking the upright above the line. You'll be striking the upright above the line.
Yeah.
Don't veer into his territory. Thing is tight. So coaches, will you line up behind the boy? You'll only learn from watching one. If you think you watch everybody, you see nobody. So come on. Line up behind the boy. So boy, your job is to go down there. When you think you're older now than little this morning, when you think you're at the right range, you let it rip. I can't tell you that because you're not 12. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I don't want to be telling you either. Do you understand me? You decide, now is the time to hit it so that I'll catch it. Shorten the hurley now. You're only a few yards off goal. You'll only be a few yards off the big square. Shorten your hurley. You'll only be on the edge of the big square. Ready? Good man, coming nicely now, you're closing up in the crossbar there. So we're moving nicely, boys. Okay, there's nothing simple about it. It looks simple from here. There's nothing simple about it. So your target is the
Upright.
That's your target. And you're very close to it. What's your target?
Upright.
Upright. And where are you going to strike from? You're inside the 14-yard line in a real game. There's about 10 people live in there, don't they? So time and space is at premium. Do you understand those words? Any carelessness and you're hooked or blocked. Trot along, trot along. Now in a few moments, coaches, you'll be going to your boy and you'll be trying to give him a hint about his alignment, about his way he manages his body. So the running is good. You're very athletic boys. No problem that way. So I have nothing to do with you that way. When you're coming to hit a point, you have to come out of your running onto your side to hit a target. You got to get that hip bone to target if you're going to hit it. Otherwise, you're playing with hands, and that'll drive you mad eventually. You know that from golf, don't you? That'll drive you mad because you won't be accurate. So if you want to hit a target, you get your alignment right. Run as hard as you like, but at that point, you got to get yourself clear for a split second. Try that. You know where to break out of the run, nobody will tell you. Is that okay? So they're going to find that difficult now. So we've got to stay with him now. Okay, you didn't run as far. That pole will do fine. You needn't be running as far. There's no advantage. We started this pillar. So now you're going to go on your own. Okay? So you lost your balance there, didn't you?
Yeah.
The footwork then, the footwork is going to tell now. That's the way they do it. Okay, so on your own. So he's back on the off foot. He's on the off foot. He's out of balance. He knows it, but he doesn't know the solution. He knows he doesn't feel right, but he doesn't know the solution, because if he could stand here and watch himself, he'd fix it in a second. You understand? But he can't see himself. He's totally occupied. So the front foot, when we say front foot, we want the one nearest the target. That's the one that steadies the ship. That's the one that holds the body. It's the one near the target that holds the body. When you start getting off onto the off foot, you're all over the place body-wise. You understand now?
Yeah, but just again, like with the time.
You have time. Okay, that's the kill. That's what's killing the good lads.
Yeah.
They have been taught wrong.
Yeah.
Then they get a wide. What they do, get a wide, they get another wide. Now where are they then? They get the curly finger, don't they? That's what kills boys. If you watch Patrick Corgan tomorrow, if you watch the top forwards, if you watch Henry, he used to get onto the front foot. He might be only on it for 100th of a second, but he was on it at a vital moment. So it's my job to get him on the back foot, isn't it? Coaches understand this? It's my job to get you on the back foot. Now if you do it for me, and my job is easy. You understand that now, coaches? My job is to get him on the front foot because I'm his coach. If I was his marking him, I'd get you on the back foot and every ball goes wide. 90% of the wides scored are on the back foot. 90% of the wides scored in the hurling matches are scored off the back foot. Is that not enough? Huh? Yeah. And the leg in the sky. And the leg in the sky just to prove it. Instead of... Now, if he's a good opponent and gets you off it, fair play to him. But at least don't do it for him. Are you ready? Have you taken that on board? Now you can strike a little earlier now. This'll do. We don't want wasting time running. This'll do. Ready? I'm going to roll the whistle. Shorten up the sticks. You're very close. Now start hitting the upright. Start hitting the upright. You know the front foot? You understand front foot?
Yeah.
Not easy when you don't have it.
No.
Quite difficult. You might have heard the words, but they don't go to your feet unless you do it loads of times. On your own. Now don't mind your solo. Goodbye, on your own. Don't mind the solo now. Looks like a hurler now. Beginning to look like a hurler. Okay. The other thing is too backward. On your own. On the off foot, doesn't understand the words. Okay. That's my problem. You have no problem. I'm the coach. So I have a problem. See the front foot? Go on. You plant it, yeah, go on. You have it now. Now, cone's there. So watch me now, coaches, how you deal with the boys now. So put down the cone there for striking. Is that okay, boys? I'll just put down two. I hope they're not in your way there, ready? Just two cones. You'll be striking. Okay. Now keep away from the cone. You're striking. The whole point of putting it there was to keep out of your way. Now, that's where you strike. But this is where you have to catch. That changes the whole context of the whole thing. Do you get me? You have to strike there, but I expect you to be here for the catch. Have you got that idea? Will you try that? Okay, you got the idea, right? So coaches, he comes on here, a good hard run. He's got to get over there, get the ball away and get back on that run. That's where the footwork is. Do you all understand me? So you're only there for 1/10 of a second or less, and the public never sees it. Only coaches pick this up. Ready? All I would do then is move the cones back and forward. That's all I'd be doing. And see how they're responding. How are we going, boys? You understand me now, don't you? Yeah. Good. You understand me? Your legs don't understand me yet?
No.
Gradually. You've got to get onto that front foot for the strike, but you've got to get out of it as fast as you got onto it. It's not that you're able to get onto it. That's not important. Only for 1/100 of a second that you were on there for that split second, but you're out of it again. Because it's not golf. If it was golf, you'd be on the front foot. You'd be on the front foot. All weight gone here. Transferred onto the other side of your body. And you stay there. But in tennis, you get onto the front foot, but you're gone because you're getting over for the other one. In hurling, you get onto the front foot, but you don't know if Martin came in and blocked me where the ball is going to go. I can't stay on that front foot for any second of time. Okay, that's your front foot. You plant all the weight there, and then you come off it as fast as you got onto it. Lovely, I'm going to blow the whistle, ready? Now we'll be just coming under the crossbar line, we'll be increasing the power. We'll be just under the crossbar line or on it, but we'll be increasing the power of the shot. We increase the power, we're going good. Were you on the off foot or the back foot or the front foot?
Yeah.
You were a little bit. Yeah, but you're coming. Very good. Now you have it, haven't you? Now can you put that right through the body? It's already in his mind. Can it go down and filter in the body? That becomes a natural habit. He doesn't think. He's coming in on goal there. It's in the roof of the net. He hasn't thought about it. But once the hip got there, the power's coming with it. There's no power without the hip, says. You can't generate enough power in your hands. You can't do it. You're trying it. It can't be done. The ball is only barely hitting the wall. Can you get your hip to the wall? Now, you're going to be stable now. Plant that foot and rip it. Now, let this foot follow through. Let the weight come through. Now, starting the stick. Begin to motor it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Begin to motor it. Get the weight on. Get more bottom work. Look. More bottom work. You got to get the big muscles here kicking in, otherwise. See the heavyweight boxers. They're coming in along here. And the next thing, this fella falls. And said, Jesse hardly hit him. He hit him from there. His whole body came up. The hand didn't move maybe 6 inches, but every muscle was engaged, and he just came up into him and he fell in a heap. What hit him? That didn't knock him. It was my whole being that knocked you. Every bit of me came into you. Now you get more of you into the ball. Sit. Now come on, sit and drive. You feel it now?
Yeah,
go on, shorten it. Shorten it now. Shorten the hurley. Good boy. Now let it rip now. Whole body weight going forward. Begin to hit the ball. Go on. Good boy. Begin to hit the ball. Good boy. Begin to move it. Good boy. Move it on. Now, you see the ball is beginning to motor because he's harnessing more of his body, and that doesn't go into the ears. A clever boy, but it might go in the ears, but it doesn't filter down for a while. Thanks for that. Are you ready, boys? So we'll go every second time now to speed up the operation. We're going every second time. So as you're drifting back, you'll be away.
Yeah.
As you're drifting back, so that we'll be able to maintain it now. So I want to get a real crack on this ball. My ears will tell me off the wall how you hit it. Whether there's a zing in it or whether there's not. And everybody's back on the back foot because I increase the pressure. Everybody's on the back foot because I increase the pressure. So I can crank it up psychologically and force them back. I can do what I like because I'm aware psychologically they don't know they come on the back. But when I up my tone, what happened to them? They're diverted to time. Now boys, your job is to stay on the front foot. My job is to make the pressure that you don't react to the pressure. I'm a county player against you, putting pressure on you to make a mistake and you made it. What's your job? Not to make the mistake, not to let me pressurise you, right? So my job is to pressurise you into making a mistake. What's your job? But I have to put pressure on you, otherwise I can't prepare you for top class hurling. Do you get it now? I will show you the technique, but I have to get you ready for reality. Is that okay? Yeah. So now, can you stay with task while I'm lifting your mind? You see it? I'm stealing your mind. Okay? Now can you hold back your own mind? See, can you do it? Now there's a ball that beats you for the first time today. First ball struck properly. The first ball he struck properly, he's given out to himself. Over the first ball that he struck properly, he's given out to himself. And this is the essence of our coaching. Can I stand by this boy now, who has got his technique right, and because his technique was right, the ball was too fast for him to catch, and now he's given out to himself. So he wants to play slow hurling, but he doesn't. He wants to be top class. So every time the ball beats you, you're beginning to move. You get it now? When the ball beats you, you've made a breakthrough. Then the next stage will be how to overcome that. Eh? So keep going now. But man, that was fantastic. Now. Good boy. Good boy. See the difference? You're getting more of you on the ball. And if you get all of you on the ball, it'll beat you for the moment. Until then we get another operation in how to cope with that speed of ball. Is that okay? Have a go. Already? Already. Now I'm going to have to shove in the green cone. Is that okay, boys? Coaches, why am I shoving in the green cone? For reaction. A higher level of reaction. Okay? A higher level of reaction. Now the ball is going to come at you now at an awful speed. It might even hit you on the helmet, or it might fly by you. But that's the good thing. Do you get me? When you beat yourself, you have arrived as a player. When you have the courage to beat yourself. When you come in here, let fly, and if the ball beats you, then you have courage. Otherwise you're only an old cool dude, playing at your own pace, fooling yourself. Okay, didn't make a full connection, you understand? Now, you see that one? Now the ball is beginning to travel at inter-county speed. So don't drop that now, keep that going. I don't care if you miss the next 10 catches, are you with me? I don't care if you miss 10. I don't care if you miss 10 as long as you're hitting the ball at the pace of an inter-county player. Good boy, good boy, begin to strike. You have phenomenal reactions. Good man, begin to hit the ball. Good boy, you got your hand to it, but it went right through, the pace is there. But at least your hand speed is coming, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so the untrained coach will praise the boy who catches the ball and miss the point here. And he'll have them all as average. And we're talking about excellence here, boys. To be excellent, have I the courage to hit it so hard I can't catch it? That kind of courage, yeah? Because that's inter-county courage. Taking the absolute risk. Are you with me? Can you go a step beyond the green? Can you frighten the living lives out of yourselves? Will you go for it? That's phenomenal reaction now. That's phenomenal reaction. And he needs that kind of training continuously. Because balls are struck now from 8 or 10, aren't they? 8 or 10. And can I get to it? I can, of course, because my possibility is endless. It's just to believe and get a habit of speed. Like if I put you into a into a Ferrari or into one of the Formula 1 cars going into Cork, you wouldn't get a mile. It would just go over the ditch on you, wouldn't it? Because you wouldn't be used to that kind of power under you, and she'd just take off, and you wouldn't. And if you turn the wheel like you do in an ordinary car, well, you'd be across 4 fields, wouldn't you? That's what we're talking about here. Getting up from being average to the high levels. Now, you see him now? He's beginning now to strike the ball like a county player. And when you go into Semper Stadium, you always, how did he put it on the bar? How did he put it on the bar? Because that's how he put it on the bar. He organised his body and his wrists and his bottom, and he got all the muscles working in harmony and went over the bar. Jeez, that's some puck. Well, that's what the good lads do all the time. Good boy. Begin to strike beautifully now. That was probably your first one of a bit of stinging, was it? Yeah. Probably was. Begin to feel the energy coming through. Okay, boys, we'll do it static now. Make sure you're safe. We're going this way. We're going static. We're playing off that wall. Go up a little bit. Here. No, we want you near us. Up here. Now, as you strike the ball harder and harder, you're inching forward. You're inching forward as you go along, but that's at your own pace. Nobody's telling you. Are you ready? So you're blasting it now, boys. You're blasting it, but you're still trying to creep forward inch by inch, centimetre. Shorten up that stick. You're on the edge of the square. Catch and strike. Catch and strike. Catch and strike. Good boy. Catch and strike. Catch and strike. Catch and strike. Catch and strike. Out again, we'll inch it again. Phenomenal stuff going on there, isn't there, coaches? That catch that you made there was unbelievable. You never even saw that, did you? No, really. Instinctively he caught it because his mind is now at a new pace. He looked around and said, how did that get there, wasn't it? Well, at the top class level, that's what has to happen. You don't have this luxury of time. Oh yeah, I'll do it. You just have it done and you're gone on 40 yards. So you're going to start again and you're going to inch in along, and you have enough courage to keep the speed in the ball, the power of the ball. You have enough courage. Well done there, well done. Some brilliant catches. The big thing is, when we talk about honesty, am I holding the power and the speed, isn't it? Am I holding up on power, or am I lowering it to look good? You know, the cold there.